Hello Gemini and cross watchers. Thank you for coming to my channel. You have reached Tarot Universe T, and I'm going to be doing Gemini's love reading for October 6th through the 15th. Okay, we're going to see what's going on. And I do apologize for the readings being late. Had a lot of things going on, but I'm not going to bore you with it. So I'm just going to continue on with your reading. And let me tell you what reading I'm doing. I am doing a 9-card spread, and I'm doing energies for you, Gemini. I'm doing energies for your partner. And then I'm doing energies that are both of yours combined. I'm also doing your desires, your blocks, and your outcome. And then I'm also doing your partners. And then I'm going to do clarifications on all of those cards so that we get a better in-depth reading. Okay, so let's get started. Let's see what's going on here. You know me, my Pluto seriousness. Pluto rising. Man, I'll tell you, when Pluto was retrograding, procrastination city for me. Terrible. Now that it's direct, I feel a lot lighter. It was like pulling me backwards. I don't know, I can't explain it any other way than that. It was like wind blowing me backwards, you know, the energy was just like, Okay, let's concentrate here. We're doing Gemini's love reading. Spirit, give us a good love reading. For Gemini, tell us what's going on with Geminis from October 6th through the 15th. What can you tell us for the Geminis? Okay, this is your energy. Gemini, the first card out is yours. This month is supposed to be a good month for singles, for single Geminis to meet romance. And just a warning that pregnancy is pretty, you know, the possibilities there is running kind of high during this time. So you might just want to know that. Okay, Gemini's partner's energies in this relationship, or how they feel about Geminis. What is their energy? Yeah, boy. There it is there. Okay, the two of you together. Energies for both of you together. This one did not want to go in there. Okay, with Gemini's energies. What is Gemini's desire? Okay. All right. Let's see. So we have Gemini's energy here. Okay, you have the 5 of Pentacles. So you could have, you know, some of you could have Earth in your chart, Taurus, Virgo, or Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. It looks like you're kind of feeling left out of something, Gemini, is what I'm getting. You're not feeling like you're part of this relationship that you're in. This person's not including you in decision makings. I feel that they're like just doing, they're like a person that just knows, you know, how to take care of the house and grocery shop and cook and all that stuff. And so they're just kind of going about doing things without like including you in the decision making, even like decorating a room or anything like that, or going out and maybe buying a new painting for the wall or a poster or whatever. They're not including you in that. And I feel that you're kind of feeling left out in the cold. You're feeling like, you know, am I in a relationship? You know, it's like I'm not feeling like I'm in a relationship because nobody's, you know, this person doesn't really need me. They're not including me in any of the decision making, so I'm kind of feeling like alone. You know, basically you're feeling alone, okay? Okay, so let's go on to your partner's energy now. And they have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so the Seven of Swords is kind of, it's a card that means somebody could be tricking you or playing you or having a mask on, trying to steal something maybe from you. They could be, you know, I get when the Seven of Swords, this is just in this particular reading right here, when I see the Seven of Swords reversed, I'm getting like they're really like hiding, like they're hiding the fact really deeply, hiding the fact that they're trying to get away with something. And I don't know what that is from you, Gemini. They're trying to get something, like they're trying to pull a fast one on you, or trying to get over on you. This won't be for all Geminis, so please don't get your feelings hurt because it only goes to the person that it resonates with. If it's not resonating and you're starting to feel yourself get angry, you know that this reading is not for you, okay? It's not, you'll know if it's for you because you'll want to hear more. It's like, oh, that's matching up, and you'll want to follow it. So if it's not matching up, you should look at your moon sign, your Venus sign, or your rising sign. If I ever get them out, right? I'm behind, so I do apologize. Okay, so I'm feeling like they're, you know, maybe like when it's in the upright, they might, you know, be kind of cool and stuff, and maybe once in a while they do something out of character, maybe steal something or sneak away and do what they want to do without telling you and then come back or something. But when it's in the reverse, it's like they're really incognito. I just get a really bad, you know, this card is giving me like a really bad vibe, like they're trying to pull something, and I don't know what that is yet. It could just be something minor, you know, or it could be something, you know, like going after your money or something. I don't know, you know, it's just, that's their energy they're pulling in, okay? So now with the two of you together, I'm getting the Temperance in reverse, okay? This is a Sagittarius card as well. You know, again, you know, I'm getting the feeling of the two of you are not connecting, and on a, you're not, you know, the communication is not there for decision making, obviously. And I'm feeling that, like this is their, you know, the communication's like that. They keep it all to themselves. They're just going to go out and buy this. They're going to go, you know, decide what's for dinner without asking you. They're going to do all these things without asking you. So I think that's what this card is really standing for. You know, they may not be trying to steal anything from you or doing anything deceitful. I think it could be just as simple as they're just not including you in the verbal communication. Okay. Then I'm getting the Temperance in reverse. That you know, on a soul connection, I don't think it's there. It's like you're not feeling that emotion. The emotional balance is off, I'm feeling, with the two of you. Once again, this is for a few Geminis. So, you know, you may be losing your temper, finding yourself losing your temper and not understanding why. Maybe you're not standing back far enough to see that this person's kind of ostracizing you, you know, and doing things that, and they really probably think that they're making you happy because they're doing all these things, therefore you don't have to do them, right? That's less for you to do, and, you know, then that gives you more time to figure out what you want to do or make yourself happy. But I think that you want to be included. You want a relationship. That's what relationships are for, right? Communication and sharing, doing things as a team. As I'm Libra because I like team play, right? Okay, so let's look at Gemini's desires. You got a Six of Cups in the reverse for your desires. So you're really wanting a nice home. You're wanting family, Gemini. You want a nice family and you want things to work out. You do want that communication. You do want intimacy was the word I was trying to come out with a little bit earlier. You do want intimacy with your partner. And it's lacking. That's in your desired position. It's in the reverse. So it's lacking in this relationship. So it's something as simple as maybe you could sit this person down and, maybe tell them, how you feel. And maybe some of you have done that and it doesn't work. Then it's your decision what you want to do next as far as the relationship goes. How many times you think you can want to ask them before you just maybe have to walk away. But that's what I'm getting with that card. Okay, so you just really want nice communication, kids, the whole 9 yards. You just want a nice family life this way, right? So that's your in your desired position is that. So now let's go over here to your partner's desired position here. And we have the Four of Cups. They also are not feeling emotionally happy. Okay, I think there's a breakdown in communication here of what, nobody sat down in this relationship, I believe, and went over, we're going to do this, this, and this, and then, discuss it back and forth until you come to a conclusion of how things are going to play out so that both people can work on themselves and work on as a team player, work toward the goals. And every now and then, you talk and adjust things as they stop working for you or whatever, you adjust it, right? So I'm feeling that your partner might be feeling a little bit, maybe they're feeling your unhappiness. They might be feeling this from you, like you're distant. Maybe you, are being more distant because you're getting angry. You're starting to lose your temper a little bit, so you're starting to distance yourself from them. And they're feeling it, okay? And that's in their desired position is for them to feel loved, for them to feel, all these cups are filled, and, there was just like a continuation of love coming in from you to them, okay? And they're just not feeling that. They're feeling empty. And it's like, well, if I drink this next cup, I still don't have my person next to me talking to me and making plans with me, so I still feel alone, is what I'm getting. It's like a lonely card. He's sitting there by himself, right? Okay. Now, for the blocks, I got for Gemini, I got the Empress in reverse. So, there's no... you're being blocked, Gemini, from working on things and expanding things, making things better, maybe repairing things around the house, or doing creative things with your partner, if it's in the upright. It's a card that makes things expand and get better. It's also a card of pregnancy. Okay, so I said that at the beginning of the reading that you got to watch out for pregnancies during this time frame, October 6th through the 15th anyway. And so you're feeling blocked. Maybe you're feeling blocked. Maybe you want kids, and this person maybe is not quite ready for kids. It could be something like that as well, or this person can't have kids, so you feel blocked, because you want kids and maybe they can't have kids. Or, you haven't even talked it out how you could, what's the next step? If you can't have kids, is there something we can do about it? Maybe you haven't even discussed that. So you're feeling very blocked in that area. And their block is the Moon in reverse. Okay, they have a block on some information that came out. They have a block on some information that came out, something that they have either become aware of or some information that someone told them. They're realizing something, okay? And so they're feeling kind of blocked off from maybe communicating that to you. Maybe they came to the realization of what's happening with you, and they're starting to see that you're unhappy and they're unhappy, and so you know, instead of being this way and keeping it in and pretending like you're happy, I think your partner is you know, holding themselves back from communicating that things are not so great between us, and we need to either work on this relationship or we're both just going to remain unhappy, right? So they're being blocked from I think they're digesting this information, is what Spirit said. There's still the awakening is there. They're starting to see what's going on, what's wrong with the relationship. They're starting to be able to see that, and maybe they just haven't had time yet to talk to you about it. They just feel kind of blocked how to approach you. Okay. All right, so let's do the outcomes. I didn't do the clarifications like I said I was going to do, but I'll go back and do them quickly after. I just didn't do them. I'm used to doing it this way. So your outcome, Gemini, is you're feeling kind of burdened. Okay, you're feeling like you're carrying a lot of weight, the weight of the world on your shoulders in this relationship. You just don't feel like you're getting any kind of emotional release. Your partner's not sharing maybe your passion. You've got all these passionate wands here you're holding all to yourself. You can't seem to share them with your partner. You know, maybe you're not getting intimate enough in the relationship. Maybe you kind of pulled back because, you know, things are kind of you're not communicating well together. And it's just like a big burden. You feel like, you know, I'm not emotionally being satisfied, physically being satisfied. We're not friends, you know, that much, really. You know, this person does things without asking me, you know, on and on and on. We don't have plans for the future. There's, you know, so many things you could just go down the line of the things that if you don't have good communication and you don't sit down and talk about things, you're going to feel burdened and just kind of like, ugh, I feel like the weight of the world's on me because still don't know what we're going to do. I've been in this relationship for a while, and if I got out of it today, I would feel like I never had a relationship because I'm at square one still, right? Okay. So your partner's outcome is similar to yours. They have the 9 of wands. You had the 10. You have more than them of burden. They have the 9, but they're dropping that. They're letting go. I don't know if this person's letting go of this relationship, but it looks like they're letting go of trying to. Okay, so what Spirit just gave me is they're backing off. This awakening that they're getting, this evaluation they did, and this awakening that they did, they could see where they're going wrong in the relationship. And so the reason this card is in reverse is because this person used a lot of strength, a lot of energy, sweat, blood, and tears to do everything to try to make you happy. And then when they realized that you were feeling left out and you weren't happy because, you know, you may have said some words to them that alluded to it, they let go of the trying to do everything. They dropped this burden of trying to do everything to try to make you happy, almost like being like your mom, you know, doing everything. And you're sitting there going, well, I left my mom's house to be with you because I wanted to be in a relationship and I feel like I'm at home with my mom, you know, or something like that. So they're awakened to this, okay? And so they're dropping this way of being in the relationship, okay? Now I'm going to do clarifications on these cards because sometimes when you do clarifications on the cards, it starts to change the story just a bit. So I'm doing clarifications on the Five of Wands. Why is the Five of Wands here for Gemini's reading? Gemini's energy in this relationship. Five of Wands for Gemini in this relationship. Okay. Getting a lot of reversals here. And the Two of, you got all Pentacles. And we do have a lot of uprights, you know, so there are cards that are upright, but yours came out in the reverse. So, and I shuffled them. So you have, you're feeling really left out. You're feeling like, you know, you're not involved. You got the King of Pentacles in reverse. It's the Prince of the Chariot of Earth. So, you know, this person's kind of feeling like their ability to rule a house, you know, like if it's a man, you know, usually they want to be kind of the leader of the house. They want to be somebody that decides what's going to go down, you know, and they want to be informed on, you know, if you're hiring a plumber or you're hiring an electrician, they want to know this stuff, right? So they've been feeling kind of like unmanly, or, you know, and if it's a woman that Gemini, if you're a woman that you know, this person's doing all these things, and, you know, women like to know if they're going to remodel something, or, you know, you're going to buy a new painting or something, or a new big huge throw carpet. You know, you want to be in on it. You want to go shopping with them, right? Want to be included. And I'm getting the Princess of Pentacles, and that's in the reverse too. Yeah, this is all about, this one is actually, she's got one pentacle here, like, you know, it's kind of like the Page of Pentacles. You know, it's like you're feeling, Gemini, like you can't go out and use your knowledge. You know, you can't go out and get new knowledge to go out and get money or resources to bring into the home. Okay, because this, you know, when a Page of Pentacles is there, it means something brand new, you know, a brand new start to make money. And you're feeling like that's not there because you probably haven't talked about it, or you haven't thought about it or anything. Then you have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, which means, you know, it's the Lord of harmonious change, and it's in the reverse. So, you know, you're out of balance. The relationship, you're feeling, your energies are feeling this relationship is out of balance. And it could be out of balance about resources, or what you do with your resources, or with your food, what food you're going to have, or what TV program you're going to watch, anything like that, right? You're feeling like everything's out of balance, right? Just kind of feeling like you're by yourself in this relationship. Okay, so now we have the Seven of Swords for your partner, and theirs is in reverse. So why is the Seven of Swords for, well, Gemini's partner here? I got the Queen of Wands in reverse. So that could be a fire sign. That could be a Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. Your partner could have that in their chart. Their moon, or their rising, or their Venus, or their sun sign. And they're in the reverse. Let's see here. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. My goodness, we're having all these pentacles in reverse. So maybe both of you are needing skills to go get a job. Maybe somebody's been laid off from their job. Why is the Seven of Swords here for Gemini's partner, Gemini's lover? Okay, and then you have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So, wow, this person is like they're, like I said, this card represented to me, they're not communicating to you and, you know, telling you anything. They're just kind of going and doing stuff. And the Queen of Wands in reverse, you know, this person I feel is just like somebody that has always been like this. They're kind of a loner, I'm getting. That's what the first thing that hit me was, because it's in the reverse, and usually when the Queen of Wands is in the upright, she's very social, and she throws parties, and she dresses up, and, you know, she likes people to look at her. You know, she likes to be noticed and all that. But when it's in the reverse, and the way this lady's face is when I picked it up, she just looks like somebody that doesn't feel loved, and that she's a loner, and that doing everything for you, Gemini, whether this is a man or a woman, they were doing it out of love for you and wanting to get your love back because they were doing so much for you, if that makes sense to you. So this deception card really, you know, is becoming more and more less deceptive. It's becoming more and more that this person, the deception is that this person probably keeps it to themselves inside, that they need to work on themselves, you know, self-love. They need to work on themselves and feel like they can, like somebody would want to help them do stuff. Maybe they feel like they always have to do it on their own anyway and to please you. Not just you, but I mean that's the way they live their whole life. Okay, and so then they have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You know, not knowing where to go to make a start, not knowing what they want to do to go out and get new skills, like back to school or, you know, learn something new. It could be anything. They could watch YouTube and learn new skills off YouTube. There's, you know, myriad of things, but they're kind of stuck. They're, you know, it's an Ace of Pentacles, and when it's in the upright, it just means a brand new start, going after money, very much like the Page of Pentacles. Then they came up with a Seven of Cups in the reverse. So they're feeling like, you know, they have to do what they're doing. They do it without really thinking about all this other stuff. And, you know, when they do look like, well, what else could I do? They're coming up with, there's no more options. What you're doing is just, you know, they're kind of like on a hamster. I heard people say on a hamster wheel. They're just kind of going on that hamster wheel, going round and round, you know, doing the same thing, and because they don't feel like they do have any other option, any other way of doing it, because they're not communicating. They're not communicating to you enough, and you're not so you're not going to get new ideas, right? So she or he is staying stuck. Okay, then Temperance between the two of you. Temperance here between the two, Gemini and their partner or lover. What is the Temperance card here for? Okay, cards don't want to be shuffled anymore. Let's see here. I've got the King of Swords in reverse. Prince of the Chariots of the Winds. So this is information and communication. And it's in the reverse. You know, it's for that Temperance card. This person could be a Sagittarius or have Sagittarius in their chart. And so, you know, it's just another card to prove that there's lack of communication in this relationship. This person could also have air in their chart. It could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. You know, Gemini, like you, very communicative. So that would help them want to communicate. Anyway, so what this card is telling me, the two of you are really not communicating very well. Let me pull two more cards on that. Temperance in reverse. Temperance in reverse. What's going on with Gemini and their significant other, their lover, or the person they hold near and dear in their heart? Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So, you know, it's in the reverse. When it's in the upright, it's doing things. I thought we had that card out. It's where you're doing things, working on the relationship, but not reaching any success. And it's in the reverse. So, you know, it's something that's not being talked about, so it's just remaining that way. Okay, one more card for the Temperance, for the two energies together. Yeah, so communication between the two of you, you know, maybe Gemini, you can approach them now and, you know, nicely try to talk about things and see if they're responsive to it. You do have the Five of Pentacles here, so that's this card again, feeling left out in the cold. And that's the two of you together, you know. That if this keeps up, this lack of communication, and nobody's discussing anything, I mean, where else can it go? But, you know, maybe the relationship, the two of you, will be left out in the cold. So, yeah. So let's look at Gemini's desire. Your desire here, Gemini, is a home with children, a happy home. All 6 cups filled to the top. Friends, having old friends, you know, having people come by and visit. You got the Five of Wands. And, that's your desired position there. Is that wanting that home life? Yeah. And you have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. I got all the Pentacles here. Gemini, if you turn these cards around, you'd have a lot of money. Everything just needs to be turned in the right direction here. Because this person is a worker. I mean, they work around the house like crazy. They do everything. They're very smart. This partner you have. It's just that they're not including you or communicating with you, and you don't like that. You're a communicator. Geminis like to communicate. 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. You know, things are out of balance between the two of you. 5 of Wands. You know, they're feeling like, you know, they're left out in the cold of getting, you know, love and affection, and their cups filled with the family life and having the kids. They feel like that's all out of balance. And then you have the 6 of Wands in reverse. What's going on with all your reversals? 6 of Wands in reverse. So not feeling like you're, this is your desired position. You're just feeling like your desires are not coming true over and over and over as time goes on. And this person is on that hamster wheel doing the same thing, thinking they're making you happy. They're thinking that the more they do, the more you'll love them. And you're just, you know, they did have an awakening though. They did wake up here. So we're going to clarify those cards. Okay, so now we're clarifying your partner's desire. And they have the 4 of Cups. So they're feeling a little bit like, you know, unloved, or like something's missing. The affection's not there. And they have the 8 of Pentacles. All Pentacles, all Capricorn, all Virgo and Taurus cards here. My goodness. Real heavy. The 8 of Pentacles, it's like the 8s usually are brand new starts, or starting up something new. So it's in the reverse. So you have, in your desires, you have the, not a new start in starting something successful. You know, like something that you really enjoy doing, or something they enjoy doing. We have the Hermit in the upright, okay? So this person is in hermit mode, and that's how they can, you know, and then they come out with that observation, and they're able to intelligently look and see what the problem is in the relationship. They have pulled back. They are in hermit mode, trying to figure out what it is. and they have the sun in the reverse. So, you know, the sun's not shining on this relationship. It's, I mean, I don't like giving bad readings, but, you know, it's like, the sun is a good card to get, yes. It's in the reverse, so you're getting some sunshine in this relationship. It's not all completely bad and gloom and doom, but it is in the reverse. It does need some work, okay, to turn that sun around, and then you'd really have a good relationship, because like I said, this person seems to be wanting to cooperate as far as just went in and did what this person knows to do over and over and over, and no communication to redirect it to help that person out until they finally went in and looked themselves what the problem was, and then they came out with the moon in reverse, which is secrets or hidden information that they needed to improve their lives has come out. Okay, so now we're looking at the block here for the Empress for Gemini. Okay. And you got the Emperor in reverse. Again, you know, it's like a power that you don't have. You got the Five of Swords. So you're feeling like you need to defend yourself. And maybe you're feeling blocked that you can't, because you don't want to fight with anybody. You have the Six of Cups in reverse. My goodness. That's the home life, again, is in reverse. That's this cup that we just, this card that we just looked at. In your desired position, and it is blocked. It's showing it blocked here. So I'm getting that, you know, maybe the communication will really help. When it'll open all this up. So now we're going to clarify this moon in reverse, okay? And find out what's going on with that. Gemini's partners, they have the moon in reverse here. Can we get a clarification card on that? Clarification on the moon in reverse. You know, Gemini, you might, with this Empress card here, you might feel like you're having to defend yourself against other people, other, you know. It's a card that, you know, it's like a competitive, it's a competitive card. It's like competing against other people to be the one that wins, right? Be above all the other competitors that may be going after your partner, or, you know, it could be within this relationship. Maybe your partner likes to be on top, as he does or she does all the chores and does everything, and then that makes them feel like, you know, they're on top. Okay, so now we have this moon card here, and we do have a Nine of Swords. Okay. This person is realizing that, you know, they're really in their head, just thinking a lot of negative thoughts and wondering why they can't even see straight, really. The Ten of Cups in reverse. My goodness. Okay, Ten of Cups in reverse with this moon card. Let's do one more card on the moon card in reverse for Gemini's. Ooh, that went flying. I felt the energy too. Let's see it. Got two cards here. And let's see, we have the Star card. So there's a wish, a desire. This is the card of the Daughter of the Firmament. So this is something that this person is desiring. You know, they have the Star card. And we also have the Swords, the Ten of Swords, but it's in the reverse. So this person has gone through some betrayal. I don't know if it's in this relationship or not because it is in reverse, so it shows that they've gone through a betrayal. They felt backstabbed by somebody. I don't know if it was you, Gemini, or not. Only you would know, and everyone's case is different. And they're recuperating, okay? You know, they do have the Ten of Cups in reverse, so it does mean unhappy home life. And the Nine of Swords, you know, came before the Ten of Swords, where they were starting to feel something's not right. I'm exerting all this strength and energy, and I'm holding on to this one last wand, and nobody seems to be, or this is the Nine of Swords, I'm sorry. You know, the Nine of Swords is feeling up in your head. It's like, I'm doing all this work around the house, and I'm doing everything I can to make this person happy, but for some reason, you know, they don't seem to be happy, and, you know, they've just got a lot of negative thoughts about it. They're trying to fix it, and they can't even see straight anymore because they're so up in their head with negative thoughts of, you know, what should I do about it? You know, can only put so much energy into something to make someone happy, and then after exerting all that energy, if they're still not happy, where do I go next? And we're not communicating well. So what do? I do want my dream to come true with this person, the Star card. I want this relationship to work. So your partner wants the relationship to work with you, Gemini. Okay, so let's look at your outcome here with the Ten of Wands. This is a real heavy relationship, but it can be fixed, you know. I mean, it's just a matter of somebody softening up enough to have the courage to start communicating, and hopefully the other person the other person responds and wants to cooperate with that. Okay, Ten of Wands for Gemini. Outcome. What's the outcome? What's going on here? We have the Moon card in reverse, so you got the same thing as your partner, in a different spot though. So something came out for both of you. You both have become aware of the problem. Okay. Ten of Wands for Gemini's outcome. You have the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay, you're not moving away from this person. You're not, neither one of you, well, I should say not neither one of you. On the Gemini side, your side, you're getting the Six of Swords, but it's in the reverse, so it means you're not really ready to leave this relationship. So it looks like you may be willing to work on this relationship, Gemini. You have the Ten of Wands. One more card, please, for the Ten of Wands. One more card for the Ten of Wands for Gemini for October 6th through the 15th. Okay. You have the Queen of Swords in the reverse, which is that lack of communication. And, you know, the Queen of Swords is very, can be very harsh at times, and cut right to the point, kind of abrupt, when a person's feeling kind of down and depressed. And then the Queen of Swords comes and, you know, just cuts right through what the issue is because they can see it clearly. You know, kind of stings a little bit for the other person because, you know, they need a little bit of compassion and you warm them up a little bit before you tell them what's going on and what's wrong. But at least there is, you know, the Queen of Swords. It looks like she's in the reverse. So what you're doing here, Gemini, is you have become clear with your moon. You have the Moon card in reverse. So you've become aware. You've awakened what the problem is. But you're keeping it to yourself. You got with the Queen of Swords in reverse. You know, you're not talking to your partner about it. You just know what the problem is, and you know, you're working on yourself with it inside. You've become aware of it. You're smarter for it. Now you know that doesn't work in a relationship to behave the way that this. You know, we all learn different ways. You know, we're not given a pamphlet or, you know, instructions on how to have a relationship in school. So We all go out and do it different ways. The way we were raised, we mimic that, right? So, okay, let's do your partner's outcome, which is the 9 of Wands, and see what's going on with that. They've kind of let go of the burdens. Their card is in the reverse. So they have become aware of, you know, they slowed down, and they're going to, looks like they may start communicating with you. You have the Knight of Pentacles for your partner. Okay, so all these pentacles are in reverse. You know, the Knight of Pentacles is somebody that, it could be somebody that drinks, because he usually, oh no, that's the Knight of Cups. This is a knight. Okay, I was thinking of a king. This is the Knight of Pentacles. They usually are racing forward to offer some information, or to bring something to someone that's needed. They're very quick. They're very efficient. It's in the reverse. So you stopped being efficient. You stopped being everybody's everything, which is good. It looks like you're awakening, is what I'm getting. Your partner is awakening, Gemini. So they stopped feeling like they have to be there for everybody and rush too, right? Okay, what's this 9 of Wands? Give me 2 more cards. Okay, this one's good right here. 2 of Wands in the reverse. Still, you know, like no contemplation on what's the next plan, what's the next step, where do we go from here type thing is still in the reverse. 1 more card for the 9 of Wands in reverse. Okay. And I've got the Death card in reverse. So you both ended, this relationship's not going to end. You both ended with a card at the very end. I thought Gemini is just right here. Where, you know, you both don't want this relationship to end. I'm not sure what Gemini had, but I know that Gemini, I know you had a card that, it was the 6 of, it was the 6 of Swords. You didn't want to move on. You didn't want to leave the relationship. Is what, here it is here. It is in your final outcome, the 6 of Swords. So neither one of you want to move away from the relationship. So what that's telling me, Gemini, is that your partner wants to work on the relationship. And look at that. I mean, the Death card there, you know, transformation came in. It's almost like the Tower moment, really, because it's just, you know, it transforms everything. They have awoken. They have awakened. And they are working on it, okay? They're going inward. This is showing me that they're going inward to work on it. And then hopefully the 2 of you can come together and work on it. Okay, so because yours, Gemini, is in reverse too, so you're both just kind of keeping it to yourself. Okay, so we need to open up, communicate, and I think that this relationship, all these pentacles that are going to turn around, money coming in, woo, right? And it's there. I mean, you got your partner, looks like a good worker, you're a good worker, Gemini, and I think that this relationship can be turned around, and communication is the key. All right, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Bye. Please do subscribe, like, and share, okay? All right, and I do want to say thank you to those that have been sharing my videos, and I got a lot of views. I don't know who did it for me, but I want to thank you very much, okay? All right, bye-bye.